do they do that?
Yeah.
It is
Looks
so
just
amazing.
Like
yeah, it's fantastic. All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Ana Rodriguez. We're tracking a line of storms moving through the Midwest. And believe it or not, Julia continues to bring downpours along the East Coast.
I know it doesn't officially have a name, but boy, it's still bringing some rainfall. Plus, if you're looking for fall, you're not going to find it in a large part of the country today. More record highs are expected. But let's go to the severe weather possible today in a pretty large area that we've been watching for the past couple of days. One Monday, Tuesday, and now Wednesday in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, back into Nebraska. Today's risk might be the highest risk of all the days that we've seen this week. There's going to be storms to start your day and storms to finish your day right across the area. 4 out of 10 on the Torcon in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. That's a 40% risk of tornadoes forming within a 50-mile radius. So here's what's happening. You know, that boundary that we were watching yesterday, the warm front continues to lift back into the area. It's a very sluggish warm front. That's a problem for heavy rain. So that's going to be one other issue that we add to it. We've got lots of warm air flowing in, both at the surface, both at the lower levels, mid levels of the atmosphere, and then at the upper levels, we got a strong jet again across this area. And that upper air diffluence is going to again help sort of focus the thunderstorms right across this area and keep them there for at least 24 hours. So here we go with storms today in the forecast. There's the upper level winds. Jumped ahead of myself there, but we're watching for storms to start your day in Wisconsin. You see this backwards C shape to the radar indicating some gusty winds. No severe thunderstorm warnings right now, but we've been watching these this morning, and certainly that could be the potential as we watch strong winds move into Madison, Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Get ready, a couple of thunderstorms to start your day, and then the rain becomes a bigger issue as these storms continue to rain out very heavy right across southern Wisconsin, Chicago, midday for you, and then the next round begins. Here we go, 6 o'clock tonight. Storms are popping across Minnesota, again in Wisconsin, and into parts of Iowa. Red zone all across this.
We head to Boston. A headline out of Boston talking about animals. A shark spotted off the Cape has been named Big Poppy.
Oh, of course.
A hero's farewell in Boston.
All right. Well, there's another shark. There's the Chatham shark, right?
Yep, there's a Chatham shark too.
Yeah, they got quite a little family of sharks out there. But Boston, let's take a look. You might be thinking about heading in the water because it's going to be so warm. Boston, the film festival kicks off tomorrow in its 32nd year. Might be a good day to stay inside a cool theater. We've got some warm temperatures heading your way. 69 to start your morning. Very warm. 70 in New York City. So warm this morning, warm this afternoon. Definitely not getting that fall feeling yet. Wait till the weekend though. Huge changes coming in, so we get you through the next couple of days, and then we have our sights set on fall-like weather. But for today, it's warm. It's 85 in New York, 86 in Philly, DC. It's going to be warm. A couple of spots may set record highs. Watching on Long Island, maybe Hartford, Connecticut. 87 is the high today. 89 is the record to beat. I think are good kind of transition seasons. But weather-wise, it has been feeling like fall. It will by the time we get to the end of the weekend. So watch what happens this week. Storms across the upper Midwest today. That remains a story for us today and tomorrow as we see that boundary kind of stuck. Then we get a big trough, a big dip in our jet stream across the Intermountain West. It's going to bring some cooler air. It's going to bring some fall-like weather here. It is also going to bring some rain and maybe some snow to the higher elevations of the Wasatch, maybe up into parts of Wyoming as well. But that happens, temperatures drop. Denver, you see, you go from 84 to 71 and even cooler on Sunday. We see some storms in the middle and still warm in the middle. The only reason it's a little cooler is because of some clouds, but then things start cooling down in the Northeast. Look at the 67 in New York City, and overnight lows are going to match up with that as well. And this weekend, planning ahead to your first full weekend of fall. You would love for it to feel like fall, and if you're looking for that, I'll tell you where you can travel to find it. Across the middle of the country today, it's warm, it's humid, it's stormy. Across the Midwest, we've got that rain continuing across the mid-Atlantic from Virginia down into eastern North Carolina. That's not changing. A little rain dropping into the Northeast as temperatures heat up on Friday to 87 degrees in New York City. But then look what happens. We get a change. We get a dip in the jet stream in the Northeast. We go from 87 on Friday to 73 on Saturday. Boston, you're going to do the same. Overnight lows are going to be significantly cooler. Boston could see our first 40s in months since May, actually. So big changes coming. Now, for a comedian who loves a corny joke, it couldn't be a more fitting.
5 pounds of corn annually, and we make the most of it too. 32% of the world's corn supply comes from the U.S. I mean, certainly we have a lot of maize to prove it, right, and to show for it. It's incredible how they do that, though, because they don't have a bird's eye view. They literally just use paint and flags and have folks just like till it out.
No, they get that overview after it's done. Did we do it right?
I know.
Yeah, that's really amazing.
And you did. 2 thumbs up.
It seems so big, too. I feel like I'd freak out a little bit. Like,
yeah.
I'd be like, where am I?
Did you miss any years?
Yes. All right. We're going to check in now with what's happening across the tropics. We got a couple things going on. The remnants of Julia still plaguing us here. We've got Invest 94E. What was pain is no longer anything. The final advisory is written, but the moisture actually did get up into the southwestern U.S. So there's that. And then we've got Tropical Depression Carl, which is struggling big time, and then Tropical Storm Lisa. All right. So let's go first to Carl, which it's hard to find exactly where it is. All of the thunderstorms are off to the east of it. There is a low-level swirl kind of here with Carl, but really struggling. Reading the discussion from the National Hurricane Center, and they said all the global models are just failing with Carl. And they kept forecasting that we'd have less shear. We still have shear, and it's really taking its toll on Carl. So we'll see. I mean, there's still the potential that it hangs on as a tropical depression anyway. That's what it is right now, and a tropical storm. And, if it does that, there's a chance it could strengthen a little more beyond Bermuda. Not looking at huge impacts to Bermuda right now based on this forecast. For one thing, it's expected to go to the east of Bermuda, which would put the strongest side of it well to the east. But we'll see if it can even hold together till then. Then we've got Tropical Storm Lisa out here. This one, too, certainly has a lot of thunderstorm activity, but look at where the position, the center of low-level circulation is compared to where the thunderstorms is. They are not completely co-located, so that needs to happen before it can really strengthen much more. Right now, winds estimated at 50 miles per hour. We're going to see if it gets up maybe to about 60 miles per hour tomorrow morning, but then weakening after that as it makes a turn in the North Atlantic right here. Again, there'll be shear and eventually getting into some cooler ocean water temperatures as well. All right, so that's what's happening over in the Atlantic. The Pacific side of things, quiet for the moment. We have no hurricanes right now anywhere or typhoons, actually. So that's the first for a while.
Yeah. All right.